What's up viewers, it's Bob here, and I have another Gears of War 3 video for you to like and enjoy. And this one is going to be about my friend Daniel. Daniel the Cocker Spaniel, even though no one calls him that. But anyway, this is about Dan because Jack, Pip and Browse were all watching the video in college, and then Dan wanted to know what they were watching, so I told him. He was like, "Oh, why didn't you mention me? Good." And I was like, "Well, I could do the next one about it if you want." He's like, "Yeah, go for it." Really all excited. And quick mention, that was really random, spawning in and then get an enemy spawn so that they're on my side. But I get this kill anyway. Anyway, back to the main point about Dan. Now, Dan is a unique individual. He's also known as Admiral Akbar, mainly because, funny story, one day I was trying to do some work and he was next to me, and we have to talk and not actually get on with our work. And Dan sort of tried talking to me, and I just said, "Shut up, Dan, you're such an Admiral Akbar." He went, "No." I went, "Dan." He went, "What?" And he was just like, "Your face looks like Admiral Akbar's." Of course, Browse and Jack, knowing the reference, all started lolling like hell, and it was hilarious. And it just sort of stuck, and then I would call him Akbar, and he didn't know who Admiral Akbar was, and then Jack, Pip and Browse all got in on it. They were like, "Shut up, Akbar." It wasn't harsh or anything, we wouldn't actually just tell him to piss off or anything, it was just for laughs and giggles. And we eventually told him to Google who Admiral Akbar was, and he found out. He's just like, "What the bloody hell's this? I don't look like a squid." And we're just like, "Yeah, you do." But he doesn't. I just said it, and you know, first thing that came to my head was Admiral Akbar. Don't ask me why, but it was just like, yeah, you look like him. But the story of how I got friends with Dan was in college we had to do what's known as the river run, which is a long run which we hated, and one day we had to get to a horse box, gymnastic equipment or the horse, dismantle it, carry it, and we were in, I think I was the only ones in a 3 with them. Well, it might have been 3s, I can't remember. But either way, we had to carry this horse box, and then at times we would assemble it, then all line up, then do star jumps off it, and then disassemble and get your piece back and then carry it. And I actually was paired with Dan and another person, and that's where we sort of got to sort of get to know each other a bit, or running shiznays and all that. And then afterwards, talk to them. And he was in the first year of my college course, and he's also in my group for the second year of the college course. So that's been really awesome. So Dan, I hope you're appreciating this video, completely dedicated to you. And Dan is a bit of a bastard, as I like to say, because he is actually a half marathon runner. He's going in for the London 2012 marathon. I was going to say Olympics. He's not in the Olympics. He's just doing the London Marathon this year. I hope that he enjoys that. All the best of you to Dan. All the best of luck to you, Dan. Hope you do well. But he normally does half marathons, and so of course when we do this river run without the horse box, we're there and we're running, and he's just at the front, like a mile ahead of you, like not even panting or anything. And it's just like, yeah, no biggie. And it gets a bit like, just screw you, because I'm not the fittest of people, but I'm there at the back with Jack. Me and Jack. We used to, as some of the stories I could have mentioned in the last video, me and Jack would be at the back of the group, chatting, talking about teachers, taking the mickey out of other people. And so yeah, that's Dan. He's a bit of a running nut, and so that's what he does. What else can I talk about, Dan? Let me think. Not too sure, to be honest. I mean, he's wanting me to do this video, and as you may or may not know, I do all these commentaries from the top of my head. I don't actually go in them with much plan. I just think to myself, yep, just do a commentary, what's the general subject going to be about, and Dan wanted me to do it about him, so here we are. But I must say, I must interrupt the video one more time about the gameplay, mainly because I do a Chuck Norris bitch slap at the end of this round, and I'll mention it again once we get close to it, but I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah, so also in our college course we go into this sort of the college gym every Thursday, go on the running machine, treadmill I mean, yeah, that's it, but there's multiple stuff in there. Anyway, Dan would go on that and get incredible times, incredible distances. We often had to do a challenge of how far can you run in 12 minutes, but I started a new challenge of how fast can you run on a treadmill, right, but 1 kilometre. and I was in the 4 minutes, and it's a bit of a competition in the course between Dan and Pip, mainly because I think Dan got a 3 minutes 30, which is an impressive time, and Pip comes along after doing loads of weights and stuff, and just says, "Oh, let's have a go." And so he gets on and he does a 3:27, so Dan still got him to beat. And also there was competition the first year of all the treadmill challenges, the 12-minute challenge, and he's a very good runner, fair play to him. I mean, he's fit and agile. What can I think of? So yeah, Dan and I, we generally mess around, have a laugh on our college course. But here is the Chuck Norris bitch slap coming up. I switched weapons, I have no ammo, so I got a Bashament. Boom! Chuck Norris bitch slap. Of course, it wasn't actually my hit that made them explode, it was actually the person behind me, but I like to think it was me doing a Chuck Norris bitch slap. And yeah, so Dan and I, when we were in college and sat next to each other, we actually won't get much work done. And we then go into the common room after our lectures or typing stuff up, play pool, and we used to play pool in sort of rotations. Like I would play one person and then play another. But Dan wanted to beat me because I did go on a bit of a losing streak once, and he wanted to play me and beat me, and he's set it as his sort of challenge to beat me every time. And I got a bit sort of cocky because I have been playing pool beforehand. But I started playing the whole game, like a couple of shots one-handed. I saw that after a Ronnie O'Sullivan video, started playing a couple of shots one-handed. And then it turned into I'll play a whole game like that, just one-handed. And with my right hand, you know, on the back of the cue, I actually 7-balled him, didn't even pocket one. So then I decided, alright, let's go for a behind-the-back right hand, you know, still right hand at the back of the cue. Beat him on that one. Then I went to left hand, just normal playing with the left hand. And if you've never played pool and you get comfortable using one hand and then you try and switch, it's very difficult. It's like switching from a third-person shooter like Gears onto Call of Duty. You have to get back into it and you have to sort of study it. So that was a close game, I think it was. But either way, beat him left-handed. All I have to do now is left-handed behind the back, left-handed one-handed, and it will turn into ridiculous things. I'll probably eventually be playing him one-handed, left one-handed behind the back shots and beating him. But yeah, so we play a lot of pool, and I would say my success percentage is probably about 99%. So Dan, now the whole of YouTube knows that I can beat you at pool. But yeah, that's one thing that we get, you know, that we do often, play a lot of pool. And it's fun times. I mean, sometimes he has beaten me, like today he actually beat me. We played about 4 or 5 games, and he beat me on one of the games, and he deserved to win. He can have times where he'll just put all of them down, it's like, god damn. And he can be good, can be bad. You know, he can have off days. I think it's like everyone can. But in the end, I think, you know, it's more or less I've won most of the games. So I've got 15 seconds left of this video. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you don't know who Jack, Browse and Pip are, go see my last video. And hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later.